things, global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello beautiful people, welcome back to Global Happiness Today YouTube channel. Apparently APC is going through a lot internally and they're beginning to spill the beans. The question is, how long will the center hold? It's just a matter of time, but Nigerians are going to get to hear exactly what is going on and how even the sitting governor is screaming, APC is blackmailing me. We're going to find out what it is. Before we do that, kindly subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you said bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as you update our channel on YouTube. Now, recall that the zonal vice chairman or chairman of the party in the state, that's in Benue State, has accused the governor of humiliating the party and alienating its leaders and stakeholders, among others. Now, but reacting a statement on his verified social media page, the chief press secretary to the governor, Das Kula, said, "We have read claims made by the Benue APC zonal vice chairman, and despite our aversion to straightforwardly label things as assertions, we find it no more fitting than to characterize them as amalgamation of fabrications or groundless allegations directed and aimed at blackmailing the leader of the party in the state, His Excellency Reverend Father Hyacinth Alia." Now, one such utter falsehood alleges that 80% of appointed caretaker chairmen were not part of the nominees sent to the governor, suggesting opposition members took preponderance on the list. However, as we eagerly looked forward to seeing the evidence to the watery claim, there was none, giving it away as a mere fragment of their imagination. Another fallacious claim holds that the widespread party dissatisfaction pegged with the governor's caretaker chairman announcement. That claim conveniently overlooks the fact that the governor, as the leader of the party in the state, has the prerogative to subject suggested names to scrutiny. No sane governor will accept wholly everything suggested to him hook, line, and sinker. Sadly, it appears that the party synonymously suggestions with the 10 Commandments handed to Moses on Mountain Sinai, written on the two-stone tablet. The three-man forerunner team further suggests that the governor favors people outside the APC who allegedly worked against him during the electioneering and voting phases. Now, this appears more like petty sentiment drawn from psychotic imagination, lacking any substantive basis. They also question the legitimacy of a meeting attended by notable party figures and statesmen like Senator Barabas Gimad, Senator Ama Ebote, General Lawrence Onoja, retired Navy Commander Dan Ihegate, retired General India Gaba, retired, and so on and so forth, whom they derogatorily tagged as emergency stakeholders and hinted at a conspiracy motive behind the meeting, insinuating a plot against the party. The irony of the branding a seasoned politician in the class of Gimat with such a demeaning tag is truly enlightening. According to the three mature dancers of a proverbial drumming from the bush, their suspicion, they claim, was further fueled by the presence of Dr. Chidi Ibawa, who is not an APC member. This unsubstantiated claim further exposes a desperate inclination on the part of the fabricators to link Reverend Father Alia with the opposition. They have also gone to town with a gleeful glamour and rumor that Governor Alia has concluded plans to dump his party, the APC. Now, they buried shame while constructing formal media statements from rumor mills, trivial groups, and their whimsical imagination rather than relying on concrete facts. A particularly absurd claim says there is a formation and funding of a committee headed by General Lawrence Onoja and Barrister Emmanuel Ijime, and supposedly tasked to perforate the Aso Rock and National Secretariat with a mandate to spread falsehood against the party and the SGF. The desperation behind such fabrication raises concerns about the team's motives. It is worth mentioning here that both party chieftains, specifically targeted as subjects of blackmail by the orchestrators, are people of impeccable reputation. They have diligently served both the party, the state, and the nation in various high-ranking capacity. It beguiles the imaginations to further how, or to even phantom how, these fabricators conjure the notion of reducing these distinguished party figures into mere errand henchmen for mischievous purposes. The narrative takes a shocking turn as the accusers declared Benue APC staunch supporters for the governor, insisting there is no turning back. This claim contradicts the earlier narrative of discontent, further exposing the inconsistency in the fabricated stories. Lastly, the party claims that the governor has not made any financial contribution to the party, and they too have not asked him for money aside from the monthly dues, which they claim he has neglected to pay since assuming office. Wow! To cut short this discussion, we demand to speak with the books. It is unfortunate that amidst all this, the spinners of these fabrications might have at least made some sense had they expressed concerns about the governor's performance or public dissatisfaction with his leadership style, perceiving potential repercussions for party in future elections. However, what we read was an extensive narrative fixated on the elders and the party, and shamelessly laced with falsehood in their desperate quest to discredit and blackmail Reverend Father Alia. Now, while we acknowledge the consciousness in uniting Benue State and thinking it is better place for us and our children, we equally wish to submit that developing Benue State in all sectors is an imperative that it sit boldly on the wish list of Governor Alia, Hyacinth Alia. Now, Governor Alia understands the importance of unity and teamwork in achieving the above. He has been making frantic effort towards maintaining a cordial working relationship with the leadership of his party. His continued funding of party activities and their presence, funding of the expanded stakeholders meeting of APC in the state, is an eloquent testimony of how he holds the party so dear to his heart. For some of us who do not know, there's really a strong fracas going on in Benue State. One of their senators actually came very bold, made a video. Check our playlist to get to see it, where he said that SGF is a good man, he's a good leader, he should be followed, he's someone you should emulate. But when they saw the governor's portrait in his office, they asked the secretary, who is this? The lady mentioned, the governor of Benue State. He says, that's not a good leader. Not somebody should emulate. What do we do to this portrait? We bring it down. It has never really happened in Nigerian politics, but obviously there's internal squabbles going on in Benue State, and from all indication, I just hope that the center will be able to hold. With what I've also seen, looks also that Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the president, also have going through his own quarters, but probably that's why he decided to surround himself with his own tribesmen, his kinsmen, and those who he could vouch as loyal to him. The last one could actually expect that the likes of Sanwo-Olu, CSO, I'm talking about Jabamela, they've been friends God knows how long, dated back in the days. So he knows his loyalists when he sees one. Let's hope that Governor Hyacinth Alia will be able to come out of this on scratch. But then again, this is politics. That's going to wrap it up. Let's put in our conversation.